What's up, y'all?
Hi, Facebook family and friends.
Y'all,
I'm T. Hatchett, and this is,
y'all know what's up when we rolling up.
and we are the Hatchett Chronicles.
Exactly.
And sorry we are late. We are having tech difficulties like mad.
This internet is crazy tonight, y'all. So prayerfully we could get through it. What's up?
Excuse me.
Hope y'all can see us and we not freezing. And all of that good stuff. We haven't been on for a couple of weeks because we've been down, not feeling too well with the flu, not COVID. But
we not saying that is anything. We're saying that we was just down.
Yeah.
But God is good, and we're back up, making it do what it do. And we are here, and we are live. Let's see if some people come on. Excuse me, I still have a little cough, and I'm still under the weather a little. But the show must go on.
So what's up, y'all? Kind of glad to be back in the house with everybody, you know.
Back in the building. Well, I would say shameless plugs, but we really don't have too many shameless plugs because as we said, we've been under the weather and not feeling well, so we haven't really did any
no new adventures.
Yeah, we haven't really been working because we've been under weather. Hey DJ Bilal.
Bilal, what's up, bro?
Because we've been
put the website up.
Okay. Because we've been under the weather, we haven't really been doing anything. However, I started feeling better this weekend, and so we did have a meeting with AIM, our partners, our network partners that we will be partnering with. So we will be.
Hey, family.
Hey, Vina. So we will be.
We will be branching off.
Yeah, we will be having a lot to talk about, but not at this moment because, as I said, we've been under the weather, so we haven't really been doing anything.
But we are putting things in perspective, and this is going to be a great year for the Hatchett clan.
For the Hatchett family.
Hey, Mom.
And for AIM.
And for AIM. AIM is going to be really deep, really nice, really dope. We got some great shows that's going to be on the network. We had a nice meeting yesterday with a lot of the hosts of the different shows that we're going to have on AIM. I'm looking forward to working with, the other parties.
We have it's a beautiful spiritual family at AIM. And so we will be promoting our affiliates from AIM. So we just ask that you please support them. They are wonderful people doing some wonderful things, not just business, but in the community and as a family, as a whole, spiritually. So
doing outreach programs and coat drives and shoe drives for the homeless and things for the children and stuff like that. So we're going to be involved in a lot of things this year coming up. So, to God be the glory, and just pray for us and keep us in your prayers that, all of these endeavors go right, because we just try to give back, and God give us a platform. So we're trying to use the platform to the best of our ability and share with, those who may be not so fortunate, or just share, period. Just share a good word.
Just coming together as a community and helping each other.
Basically.
And Valerie, we got you. It wasn't, I told April that you were under the weather too, also. And so, because she came down here. And so we haven't forgotten about you. You are going to be included. We just kind of like getting back up and running and putting things together. So this was yesterday. It was a lot of people that wasn't at the meeting. Yesterday was just one
Basically,
of the first.
and it
Yeah.
was like an introduction meeting for those who haven't met certain parties because there was a meeting before and I wasn't on. I had stuff to do. So basically, yesterday was just kind of introduction and talking about, the different shows we want to do and stuff like that. But the next meeting will definitely be more intricate and stuff like that. I have a meeting with her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're coming to. Hi, mommy. I will be calling you later. um. So as I said, we are just now. We were under the weather, so we just now getting back up and running. I put the website up. That's where you can go and find out everything. I started yesterday updating. I will be doing some more updating tonight and tomorrow to get it updated. The radio station was also down because again we were under the weather, and so it's up and running. It had music today. It will have music tomorrow. We have packages, and the page is not up yet, but the packages are created. I will be putting the packages on the website, so please go and look at the website. Just keep looking at it and support the website because it's not just packages for untapped talent. What we're doing, it'll be packages for
poets.
Yeah, AIM, the network, the poets, and
artists, everything.
Yeah, different types, and you never know what might be of interest to you. So just
periodically check out the website.
Keep watching the website. We have some new and exciting things coming up that could benefit a lot of people.
Nice. So with that being said,
we're gonna get to the topic. The topic is it came compliments of Carmen Brown, and she gave this topic before we got sick, before we went under the weather. So we're just picking up where we left off, basically.
And it's jealousy in a relationship, which is pretty darn
deep,
sticky.
Because it's not just with most people. When you say jealousy in a relationship, you think of or another man or another woman, but there could be other jealousy things. Jealousy could mean I could be jealous because my husband has more friends than I do, or because he's advancing in his career.
Because my Facebook page is more popping than hers.
He had to put that in there.
My Instagram is more popping than hers.
Whatever.
Or the Hatchett Chronicles. And I guess.
So I'm so jealous.
I get a lot of traffic.
Look at my face.
Yeah, right.
I'm so jealous of him.
But that's a part of jealousy in a relationship.
Yeah. So what we would like to, yeah, right, Vina? I am so jealous because he got more friends than I do. Ooh, Facebook. And speaking of that, actually, it's funny, but it's not funny. People actually do get jealous about
stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, you got more likes than I do. Oh, more people are reaching out to you on Facebook. I don't understand that. I'm not from that time.
I have no clue why somebody would be jealous because
somebody got more likes than them, or they got more Facebook friends than them.
What is that? I look, man. Look, I look at it like this: all my friends, all my wife's friends. Me and my wife are one. So if there's people liking stuff that's on my page, it definitely has something to do with her because
but who cares?
Have the company together, whether it is or not. But I'm just saying, I don't. That just is,
my thing is, I am not. I don't live my life by how many likes somebody get on Facebook or how many likes I get. What my thing is, what is that doing for me? How is that improving me? Is that giving me money because they get more likes or I'm getting more likes? I mean, I don't know. What
right? How does that add to you?
Yeah, how does that improve in my life? Can that heal me or for something when I was sick? I don't know. Can that pay my bills, my rent? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Mom said low self-esteem.
That's exactly. That's what I think it is, Ma.
Where's Eunice at? And where's Eleanor? Eleanor might not be on tonight. She might be hiding in the closet because we did a number on her Eagles the other night. We thrashed them.
We're not going there.
Well, we did. And then she might be hiding out.
Out of respect for my mother, I have no comment.
Yeah, don't.
And that's strictly out of respect for my mother. Anywho, that could be a jealousy. Jealousy because what?
You think you're my mother's favorite?
I am mommy's favorite.
No, you're not.
I know it's hard to accept, but it's okay.
What?
It's okay. It's okay. It's hard for, we won't even touch on that subject. I know it's hard for them to understand that I am my mother's favorite. I would, I sympathize with them. Okay. But we won't even, it's okay. We won't even mention that.
So,
so we would like to know, how do you deal with jealousy in a relationship? Hey, Eunice.
Eunice, what's up, cuz?
So we're talking about jealousy in a relationship. Eunice, let's add her in because she has a boo. It's out now, but anyway. So have you run into any jealousy in a relationship? Bye.
Not Philly. Just now. I mean,
she said bye, Philly.
Mom said what?
Bye, Philly. Like even popularity. You know how some people go. For instance, we're in the same field of business. Okay, so let's say
I'm more popular than you.
I don't think so. I think I'm more popular. People like me better than they like you.
I don't care. I really don't.
No. Let's say like.
Wait. Yep. What, Eunice?
she said
more popular than me. I know that ain't what you're saying. Maybe she's
saying, yep, does she deal with jealousy in relationships? Because, like, for instance, we're in the entertainment business. Eunice, I'm not getting personal in your business, but is your boo in the entertainment business too, Phil? And because, like, being in the entertainment field, sometimes there's discrepancy if the other partner is not. Like, for instance, we talked about when we first got together. Like, I understand that you're in the studio 24/7. That don't bother me. But when you're in a relationship that the other person is not familiar with your career, or like.
They're not.
They don't under. A lot of people that's not in the entertainment business does not understand it.
I was gonna say they're not understanding to your career.
Yeah, and so like we talked about how you have had relationships before, whereas women got upset or jealous because you was in the studio all the time. Yeah. I have had relationships before because I manage artists, and this is a man's industrial. And so industry. So when other people that I have been with, when I have to be at clubs or I'm talking to an artist, a male artist, they have taken that the wrong way. Like, you always in a man's face. But it's not, I'm always in a man's face. I'm doing my job.
Right.
And so, because if you're not in the business, you don't understand that, or you don't get that.
So, with that being said, I guess jealousy could come in because they're like Mom said, low self-esteem, basically.
I think that it hits on low self-esteem, but I think that in general, like for instance, with women, number one, if they're not in the business, they imagine the studio to be something that is really not. They imagine a bunch of half-naked women running around the studio, y'all smoking and dancing and drinking and partying. They don't see the work that goes involved in it. Right. I think that if you are an artist, it's the same thing. Like if you're like for instance, Steve is a very talented singer. Mm-hmm. So, and he does the TikTok, and I'm sure that he probably has a very secure woman. But I'm sure that if he didn't, even with you, because you've been a artist before, you know, they thinking, and then they're not been in the business, and they're thinking, you know, women is running up trying to sleep with you.
I'm gonna tell you, you are the first woman that ever really understood my career.
But
Even
did
in
you
my
have a
other two
woman that's
marriages,
in the career that
no,
was in
no,
the same business as you?
nope.
I think that has a lot to do with it. I
But
think,
I mean, like you could actually see what I was doing, and you know, I offered plenty of times for them to come with me and sit in with me and be a part of what I was doing. I always left the door open,
but that's not the same
it
thing
just,
as understanding it.
I mean,
They might
but you
not
have
want to
to.
be there. They just,
So how can you understand it if you don't open yourself up to it?
I guess they
You
feel
understand what
like,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
I do. I understand what
If I, you know, I'm just saying, like, I open the door to it. Like, you know, come with me tonight. You know, everything is good. Nobody, kids is good. Whatever the case may be. Right? Come with me tonight to the studio, so I could show you what I do.
but they might not want to see those women. Okay, for instance, Tony. That's a good example. I used to hang out with Tony when he was. Actually managed my other cousin's band, but my cousin Tony knows that I'm in the music business. So when I moved to Rhode Island, I used to go with him to his
Practice.
shows,
Oh,
his shows, and you have the women there that, because they're musicians, you know, they're in their face and trying to get with them. And honestly, most musicians are, let's just put that out there. I'm sorry to say this for whoever's a musician, there are loyal musicians, but for the predominantly of the musicians, listen, you hand them the cake, they gonna eat it because they've been in the business. I mean, I
groupies
I
is
know
crazy.
a lot of musicians, and most of them they go in with the groupies because they're on the road a lot. And these are professional. I'm talking about professional musicians. They're on the road most of their life, so they have a family from their home, and they have a family on the road. That's just how it is.
Yeah, not in every case,
Not in every case,
but there
but
are cases like that.
there are
It
cases
really
like
is.
that. So
So
if
I
you're
got
not in the business,
you
then
don't understand. So I have a question for everybody. Get your knuckles ready and start typing.
I want to know where
How?
Carmen is because this
Yeah,
is her
where's Car?
topic.
Somebody tag Carmen Brown. Eunice, tag Carmen Brown. So my question for everyone is, how detrimental to a relationship could jealousy be between the two, the two parties in a relationship, whether it be your spouse or your
Immortal.
boyfriend or your girlfriend? How detrimental could it be to the relationship?
Yes, mortal. Because if jealousy can is
I was asking them, not
oh,
you. But
okay.
go ahead.
Jealousy is it's a
Is it?
negative
Is it? Is it?
spirit.
Is
I can't think of the word.
it?
But I mean, it's just like a bad seed
Bad
virus that
seed.
can eat you alive and make you think things that's not there. And if you don't have communication, jealousy thrives from something. It was something that was planted to make that jealousy grow. So
I think, and
you have to get to what the root is and not put a band-aid on it, because the band-aid is not going to work. It's not going to heal unless you get to what the root is. Either they're jealous because you have cheated before, or they're jealous because they're low self-esteem, or they're jealous because they feel like they're not getting attention. First of all, you have to figure out why is the jealousy
jealousy
there.
comes in, right?
Yeah, what is the jealousy about in the first place?
Yeah, yeah. You need that. It's a deep rooted thing within the individual.
Yeah.
I think that the individual has to be able to tap into what it is to make them feel that way.
sometimes, in some cases, especially speaking from a woman's point of view,
nobody has no answers. What's up? Y'all ain't with us? Are we freezing?
sometimes I think that women are jealous because they feel like why should he be out and enjoying his life and and got fans and stuff, and I got to be here with the kids, and I got to be the one that sit in the house, and he's out traveling and seeing the world. And I don't think they think of it as work.
Yeah, because it's fun. To us.
It's a gift.
To the artist,
it's your
fun.
art. It's your artistry, though.
Right. That's just like if you were a painter or, football player.
Hey, Lydia.
Lydia, what's happening? I don't know. I think that Carmen Brown. This topic tonight is sponsored by Carmen Brown.
So I want to speak about it on a women's point of view because most of the time, 9 out of 10, we have the man that's the one that's the that the women are jealous of. But Carmen, you are a artist, and I was speaking as a woman in this industry. Okay, I manage artists. This is a man's world, basically. But you have the women in this world, and we have to deal with other men. But our men who aren't in the business cannot usually put up with us being in the business because their thing about it is you're always in somebody's face. I have had relationships before who they didn't like it because they felt like I was always in a man's face. Well, I had no other choice.
That's the nature of the business. It's because it's a male-dominated industry for number one, and number two, when you sit in meetings and stuff like that, it's mostly men anyway. So and it's not necessarily being in someone's face. Like I know that my wife manages artists. If she had to do a road trip and go and meet artists and stuff like that, I wouldn't dare think that she was, out clamoring around and grab assing with the people. You know what I mean?
Or if I was talking to somebody on the phone, somebody could. My artists to me are family. So I get into their personal life because if their personal life is not right, they're not going to perform right. They don't perform right, nobody makes any money, nobody gets anything. So artists will call me and and we won't be talking about necessarily music or their next show. If I don't have a man that's in the business that understands that, then they're like, well, why are you talking to them? Well, that don't sound like business. Well, blah, blah, blah.
But I do believe that there are some men and women on both sides, basically, that, uh, that are not jealous and are able to deal with that.
They are, but they got to be secure in their self and they're
very secure. So Bilal
said, DJ Bilal said it takes too much energy to be jealous. Amen. You know what? That's exactly why I'm not a jealous woman, because I am too lazy. That's
an excellent point.
Period, point blank. The reason why men don't have to worry about me being jealous, because number one, I'm too busy. I got my own stuff going on. Number two, I'm too lazy. I am not going to be looking at your phone. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to follow you. I ain't got time to be listening to your calls because 9 times out of 10, I'm doing something else. I'm too busy. I'm either doing my own thing on my own phone call. I ain't got time for that. And I ain't got time to pick up your phone and see who calling you because I'm on my phone trying to figure out who called me. So it's too much work trying to be jealous and trying to look. If you can't do what you're supposed to do, then I'm sorry. Then we don't need to be together because I can't. I just can't.
What's up, my brother?
I don't have time for it. I can't.
It's too much energy, like DJ Bilal said.
Good evening, Chris. Yeah, it's too much, and so I do know, and nobody answered my husband's question. My husband wanted to know how
detrimental
is jealousy
in a relationship,
or how detrimental would it be for you?
Abdul, what's up, Ab? What's the deal, my brother? I mean,
And Carmen, what type of, we said before you got on, there's different types of jealousies in a relationship. What type of jealousy were you thinking about?
or anybody, what type of jealousy could be in a relationship?
We have DJs and authors on. Chris, how does your relationship work? You're Arthur, you
You
have
hit the
your
road
podcast.
sometime. You got your
You and
podcast.
Les
Right.
Leslie has the podcast, and you deal in the circle of a lot of women and a lot of different things. How is that? Does that affect your relationship? Or do you have a secure relationship or a secure wife that don't have time for
Same with
it?
you, DJ Bilal. We got DJ Bilal up here.
I was once asked what's more important, me or your music. See,
I was asked that. I was asked that too.
I think that's ridiculous.
I was asked that too. That's crazy.
That is so ridiculous.
And it makes you feel like, they put you in a position to where they make you feel like you have to choose, right? And according to how much you love them and how much, you feel for them and stuff like that, you want to kind of put your music, you kind of want
But
to.
wasn't you doing that before you
Right,
got with them?
right, but I'm just saying this is what happens. This is what happens, and sometimes you kind of say, you know what, I'm gonna slack off the music a little bit because I want this relationship to work, and they are important to me, right? Even though my music is just important, you know what I'm saying? And several times, like twice, I kind of slacked off the music and kind of left it, kind of left it alone, and it did put a damper on my career as far as the things that I was doing, you know what I mean? And then you try to explain to them that it's not about what they think it is. This is why I'm offering for you to come with me so you can see what I'm doing. You could meet the people that I'm interacting with. You can come to the studio with me and see how studio sessions go. Everything is not, groupies and drugs and sleeping with chicks in the back room and dudes sleep. It's not about that. It's about creativity. It's about the artist. We working. This is work. You know what I'm saying?
Carmen said, "Consider my music a part of my lens." Right, right.
Right.
And
Right.
DJ Bilal said, "Yes, sir." And here's the thing: you said it made
He
you
said
slack off
that
your
too.
music, but did it also kind of dim your caring
Yes.
for the person?
Yes.
That kind of also
It drew a wedge in between us because I used to say, like, this is something that I've done all my life. This is what I've been doing before I met you. You know what I'm saying? All I'm asking you to do is be understanding in what I'm doing. If I wanted to cheat and be wild and all of that stuff, then I wouldn't be in a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? My wild days is gone. I'm not, that's not where I'm at anymore. You know what I mean? But they just didn't understand because it happened to me twice.
Carmen said exactly, just sit quietly. Okay, so I'm gonna play angel advocate. Okay, so let's say it's a case like this, and I want everybody to respond. Carmen, everybody respond to this. Okay, let's say it's a case where that other person, y'all are kind of struggling, like financially, and you're trying to get your career off the ground, get your kid. What was that movie with where he had that invention, and it took him years, and then finally he made it. Acrimony, yeah. Okay, let's say it was a case like acrimony, like she's putting all the money in and doing everything, and your career, it hasn't taken off. You just haven't, right, and she gets sick and tired, and she just say
it's over.
Yeah, no, she just make you make a choice, either this career or you.
Right.
Is that fair?
No.
Why?
I don't think that is fair because if I didn't ask you to put money into my career and stuff like that, if I'm doing it on my own and I'm rocking out the way I'm rocking out, and I'm not asking you to put any money or anything, because from my point, my thing is this: if this is what I'm doing, you don't like it anyway, why would I ask you to contribute to to my career. So first of all, I wouldn't ask you to contribute to my career.
Not, but she had. It's not about contributing to your career. She's paying all the bills because you don't have no money because
Right.
you're trying to get your.
Okay.
So that's kind of a contribution
It
right
is. No, it
there.
is. No, it is. Okay, so you that way. Okay, so I mean, it could be looked at as wrong because you don't have a job and she's supporting you and all of that. I mean, I see that and I understand that. And if she's not, here's the thing: if she's not, it's not wrong. If she's not understanding, then it'll never be a smooth sail. It'll never be.
Okay, Valerie, love you. Take some Alka-Seltzer Plus or some BCs.
It'll never be.
I'll call you later.
It'll never be a smooth ride if if she's not understanding of your career in the first place. So if she's paying all the bills and all of that stuff and you're trying to get it off the ground and it's not happening fast enough for her, or if she's saying, leave it alone, you need to do something else, you need to get a job so you can contribute to the house. I kind of think that that's wrong because all I ask from you is just to believe it. And if you say you love me and you're in this relationship and you want me to be happy, if that's a part of what makes me happy,
and you was doing it,
and I was doing this before I met you, then why, all of a sudden, because this is something you don't like, do I have to choose between you
tired.
and that, or you're tired, and I have to choose between the two, right? When both make me happy, I'm the happiest I can be. I'm happy with what I'm doing with my career because at any moment I know it's going to strike. And then I'm happy with you because you're there for me mentally, physically, emotionally, and you're supporting me. You know what I mean? What better way to feel? You don't get no better feeling than that. But if you're doing this career thing, and sometimes you catch bumps in your career and it's disappointing. So that's disappointing. And then to hear you ain't never gonna make it. I don't know why you're doing that. You should just leave it alone. Get a regular job like normal people. That's even worse. That makes it, and that'll draw a wedge in between your relationship. Go ahead.
I want to address two things. The first one is saying, DJ Bilal said, but sometimes when people see you and your spouse together, they get jealous. That's true. And especially in this business, because this has happened to us. And a couple of times I've said something to you, a couple of times I haven't. There have been people in our life that have seen how we are and have kind of implemented themselves in our life just to see if they could rattle the boat. I don't know, or just see if are they really like that, and it's like out of the blue. Remember, one person I'm talking about, but then actually two people. One came into our life and couldn't, and was there and was trying hard to put a dip between us and couldn't, and ended up disappearing and thought that she had wrecked us, but she really didn't wreck us at all.
She wrecked herself.
And then the other one came in, like old friend and this and that, and didn't come back because she couldn't cross the line. It was like, wow, it's like our house is protected under God, okay? And so nothing, every morning, we pray, nothing darken our doorstep that's going to interrupt this. Because we pray about it, we make sure God has our back. So, but there has been people that have seen us and the things that we do and have tried to implement and come in between because of, I guess, because of jealousy, because I don't know what it is, really. Why would you want to?
Right.
But
so
it has happened. Okay, so DJ Blau said, amen. Carmen said, sometimes y'all got to take a little job to put money in the pot. True, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess looking at it that way, yeah, somebody would want to, okay, well, I'm not going to give up on my idea, but let me see what else I can do to bring money in.
But see, now, with that being said, I was recording sessions, getting paid for my sessions, bringing money to the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I didn't have no money at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was getting paid. I was getting paid for sessions. I was getting paid $40 an hour
But in
for sessions.
acrimony, he really wasn't. That was his.
Yeah, that was his only thing. He didn't have any type of income at all. But and I can see that, and I can understand that, where she feel like she's left out.
Yeah, but
But
she.
see, but then my thing is this. So okay, so Angel's advocate. So when it's all said and done, okay, boom, you strike. You get your record deal, or you get whatever you get from whatever you're doing, and you got the big deal. You can sign the contract, and you get a boatload of money and all of that stuff. Is it fair to say, you know, she kicked me to the curb? Is it fair to say you don't owe her anything,
Yeah,
or
if she kicked you to the curb.
is it fair to say, well, I'm gonna just do my own thing and leave her alone?
What, did she kick
It's a
you
two
to the
part.
curb
It's a
before
two
you
part.
make it?
Yeah. So if
Well,
she kicks
then.
you to the curb before you make it, then it is what it is. But okay, so say you know right before you strike it, she says, "I don't know. We might need to take some time with this or something, or and it's not clear that okay, it's over. So you strike it, and now the table. She's super happy now, and everything is peaches and cream. Do how do you feel about that? I want to ask everybody, how do you feel about that? What would be your rebuttal to that?
What do you mean that she kicked you out and before you made it and then you make it?
I mean, if she maybe she don't. Okay, here's the thing: she don't kick you out, but y'all not interacting with each other inside the house or none of that. You know what I
And then
mean?
you make it big, and then all of a sudden she's back lovey
Everything
dovey.
is like, baby, I've been sitting and I've been thinking, yeah, because I just got this, I just signed this contract, I just got this lump sum of money. Now you've been thinking.
Well, that's up to you because you're the one who stayed there. Why would you have stayed there with her if
Convenience. You don't have nowhere else to go. What you gonna do? I'm
well
just saying,
then
in that instance.
I would do what that guy did on
I'll give her a couple of
acrimony.
dollars
Give her some money and so
and
that she
peel
pay
off.
back and peel off. I don't think that's wrong if that's the way it goes.
I,
But that's depend. I think it depends on are you really there for convenience, or have you fallen out of love, or what is? I think it's a lot of
a lot of different things it
ifs
could be.
in the back of that. Carmen had said something before. She said when she was saying about going, when you were saying about inviting the person to come with you, because she had said you can come, but don't be trying to kiss me or hug me. I'm at work. I'm focused. And I wanted to
I had,
remark on that because I
that
have
happened.
had that too happen. Like if you be like, okay, chill, I'm talking right now, and then they get an attitude like, oh, you don't want you don't want nobody to know you with me. Why they do that on purpose just to
To throw a wrench in it
yeah.
because they're not happy and they still have those feelings, even though they came with you, they still feeling some type of way
Hey,
about it.
James Rodman, and so yeah, and so
Crunch, what up?
just as much as I'm not jealous, is just as much as I don't deal with jealousy very well either. I don't have just as much as I don't have time to be jealous. I don't have time to deal with anybody that's jealous because I'm not the type of person. I'll anyone who knows me knows that if I say something, that's what I mean. And I'm not the type to keep repeating myself, and I'm not the type to beg somebody and try to convince somebody of my word. Because anybody knows me knows that my word is all that I have, and I take that very seriously. So if I tell you that I'm with you and I love you, and that there's nothing and I have done anything to show you otherwise, then I don't have the patience for somebody being jealous or somebody up in my face questioning because I'm talking to the opposite sex.
And it's about business.
And it's about business. You know what I do. You knew what I was into before you got with me. You know what I do. If you're going to be that jealous type, then I can't be bothered with you because you already know who I am, just like I know who you are. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not checking your phone and running behind you, and I'm showing you that I love you, then why shouldn't I get the same respect?
Right.
And if you can't give me that same respect, I don't have time for you.
Really, it just turns into, I think we just need to go our own separate ways.
Yeah, because you're not going to get me out in the street. One thing that I do not put up with, I'm not going to be out in the street embarrassed and like, and walking on eggs. You going your way. And if you can't take it,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You're not going to be treating me like no rag doll. That's not good for me. So
okay, Bilal said what?
Bilal said, I will pass off something to that person and let them go because it's just negative energy around you. Exactly.
That's right. And James Radman said what?
He said, he asked the question, jealousy is still around in 2022? Yeah, we got the new jealousy. You know, the person got more likes than you.
We talk about jealousy in a relationship, Crunch, like, you know, you got more Facebook friends than me, or, you know, I have a more substantial career than yours, and you don't feel like, you know, you're not happy about what I'm doing, or, you know, just jealousy between the two. That form of jealousy, or, you know,
or the fact that you're Arthur, you're on Facebook all the time, beautiful women holding your book, talking to. Now, if you're in a relationship and your partner has a problem with that,
right?
She sees all that and she has a problem with that. How do you deal with that?
Yeah,
or is that even something to deal with? It's like is that a breaker, a relationship breaker?
Right. So, and Carmen said what?
She said, a dude has got to be real secure with himself first. Then he's got to be secure in the relationship when it comes to someone like me.
Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
And I feel like, you know, and here's the thing. I feel like if, you know, with that, you know, you don't need to settle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to settle because, you know, when that comes into play, what happens is that starts to draw a wedge in between you and that person, you know, number one. And then number two, your artistry starts to suffer. You know, and this is something that you've been doing all your life, and you've prospered in it, and you make money from it. I don't care if you make $18, you've made something.
What about if
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't feel like. That's why I'm glad our relationship is the way it is, because I don't think at this point in my life where I'm at and what I'm doing and the things that I'm doing and the people that I'm working with, I don't think that I could be in a relationship with someone that wasn't respectful enough of what I'm doing to, you know, to have someone be jealous of me because of my career.
What about if it's not your career? What about if it was your family member? What about, remember when you told me how your mom called you and you was talking to this young lady and you told her you'd call her back and she called you back because you was 20 minutes on the phone with your mom and you didn't call her back and you was talking to your mom for 20 minutes. What about that type of jealousy? Jealousy of family members, like your girl is jealous because you're talking to your mom longer than her.
Listen, if I have a girlfriend or wife, and listen, we know that, you know, in our relationship, the way we follow God, and there's God, your wife, and then your family. God, your husband, and then your family. But if I'm on the phone with my mother and I hang up and you get mad because I was on the phone 20 minutes longer than what I was supposed to be.
What is supposed to be in first?
I'm just saying, you said you was going to be off the phone at 8 o'clock.
Well,
it's 8:20 and you still on the phone. If you don't sit down somewhere or go stand in the closet with the door closed You know what I'm saying? If you, man, listen, I'm not trying to. You can, man, you can walk the plank because I would. That's something I would not put up. So James Robinson said, "I am wow." What?
He said, "I don't tolerate being questioned first of all."
No, no.
So
Right there, he said, "I am wow," and then Carmen said,
he said, "I see wow" when we was
"Oh,
explaining.
okay,
Carmen said, "I am a public figure."
right. That's right. That's right." And for you to have to battle that and go and deal with that, that's totally unfair. That's totally unfair. That is totally unfair. Your music is doing great. You know, not to change the subject, but I'm super proud of you, and I love everything you're doing because you are killing them out there. And I don't want to see anything but just greatness for you. I'm so happy for you and so proud of what you're doing, man. Keep slamming these records, man. Keep doing your thing because I know it's making you happy. And this is, and then God gave you a voice that's, man, unparalleled to anything. Your voice is incredible. And
And if you got a man that don't respect that,
then
then
he got to go. He got to go because it ain't like you out here singing. So, and that's another thing too. The genre of music she doing is Christian music. You know what I'm saying? It's gospel music.
I like to ask this question, and this is for Carmen units. This is for the women. Okay, and this actually happened. So, and she is so I can't mention no names because it's actually a very
We just not
known
mentioning no
artist.
names. But
Okay, so you are a artist and you have a fiance who is your manager, and you're on stage and you're performing. Carmen, I definitely want you to answer this. Okay, you're on stage and you're performing, and your fiance
husband slash
slash
boyfriend. Oh
manager,
yeah, fiance slash manager.
fiance slash manager walks out on stage in front of everybody and pulls your dress down
Because
while
it's too high.
because it's too high while you're performing. How do you deal with that?
Right. That's crazy. That is super crazy. I think I will freak out.
No,
I will freak out if somebody came out and
well,
zipped my hoodie up.
would you freak out on stage like that, or would you just
No, I wait till
play
the
it
show
off?
is over. I wait till the show is over. But when we get in the car and it's just me and you, I'll wait till I get back to the crib. I'm letting the beast go.
Eunice,
I'm
you
telling
you do interview with Eunice. So Eunice, you're doing an interview, and your significant other comes and like maybe
pulls your shirt up
pulls your shirts up because he thinks
showing
it's
too
too
much
low
cleavage.
while you're doing an interview. How would you handle that?
Man.
Carmen, you're on stage. Your fiance slash manager comes and pull your dress down while you're performing. How would you handle that?
Okay, Eunice said, "Congrats, Carmen," and then James Robinson said, "What?"
Wow, that's a red flag.
No, James said something.
Yeah, wow, that's a red flag. Carmen said, "You are secure and I am secure. It works."
No, you at the bottom. You got to go up.
James said, "Seems like high school antics are happening in adult life, and that's sad."
Yes, it is. And DJ Bilal said, "Go, go, go."
LOL.
And Carmen said, "You what?"
You are secure and I am secure. It works.
Right.
James Robinson said, "Wow, that's a red flag." Carmen Brown is laughing.
Look.
Eunice says, wait a minute, the same as DJ Get Loose.
I know that's right, cuz we get back to the crib and I'm dropping the bomb. I'm going off. I will go to the end of the moon with it. Like, you really came out on stage and zipped my hoodie up because you felt like, you understand? Or like, what in the world possessed you to do something like that? On stage and you live in a show? And you just do that and then walk off? Oh no, you gotta go. You gotta go. Word. You'll never come
So
to another
Eunice, is
show
that
again.
a relationship breaker? And Carmen, is that a relationship breaker?
DJ Bilal, he got a bunch of bombs blowing up. I know that's right, bro. Yeah, Bilal, say if you was up and you DJing at a party and it's, kind of hot outside, man, you got a button-up shirt on, and you got 3 or 4 buttons down, man, and you got your taco meat showing. You got your hair, your chest hair, I call it the taco meat. You got your taco meat showing, and your girl or your wife or your significant other comes up, and while you DJing, try to button your shirt up like you showing too much, and then just walk off.
Carmen said, "I'll get him to myself and tell him, don't you ever." Would that be a deal breaker though, Carmen? Would that change your relationship with him?
It will for me.
He could signal from the sideline if he thought something was too revealing.
Right. I mean, I can respect that. Right, Crunch. That's right. I would respect that more than, you just gonna walk out and zip me up, or walk out and button me up, or I'm gonna walk out and pull your skirt down. Nah, that's too much. That is too much. What else would happen in a different scenario? You know what I'm saying? That would be a deal breaker for me. It would be that, because at that point, there's not even any communication at that point. It's all about you and the way you feel at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
It's all
true,
about
but
that
that's
person.
embarrassing.
It is. It's embarrassing. And at that point, it's all about how that person feels. The heck with how you feel. The heck that you on stage doing your job. Not to mention you're gonna get paid after the show to bring it home to take care of the household, right? But not even to rock with all of that. Just to have that in your mind to come out and fix your clothes because they feel like you're too revealing. You gotta go. It's over. It's over. It's
Eunice
over.
said, major red flag and a deal breaker.
Yes, it is. You can pack your little, you know what I mean, and you can ride out. Cause
Okay, so what if they don't say anything, and then you get home and then you gotta hear the third degree and they're mad because why you on, like, okay, Eunice, let's say they didn't do that and he wait till you got off and be like, why you wear that low cut and you shouldn't be wearing that low cut, and
sit down somewhere. Nobody trying to hear that. You tripping
Carmen
over
said
that?
exactly, Frank, like someone says he's a red flag.
Yeah, man.
Eunice,
I couldn't put up with that because, like I said, at that point there's no communication. It's selfish. It's just selfish. They're being
okay,
selfish.
can we go back to the family man? What if your mate be like, you go over your mother's house too much, you always over your mother's house?
What's the big? Come with me.
Is there a such thing? I don't want to be over your mother's house all the time.
Well, then I'm sorry.
Is there? Let me ask women this: is there a such thing as a mama's boy? And is it necessarily a bad thing? Because isn't that a form of jealousy when a woman says, "Oh, he's a mama's boy. He always up under his mother." Isn't that a form of jealousy?
I kind of feel like that. Yeah.
Is there such thing
I
as a
mean,
mama's boy?
some of it
Because I don't think there is. I don't think there is. That's just my opinion.
But you know what? The more that you love your mother and cleave to your mother, the better you treat your wife or your significant other. Especially if your
totally
mom,
agree.
especially if your mom is giving you morals, and she's a woman about it, or just being a woman about life. Period. You're gonna always pick something up, and she's gonna without her even knowing, you're gonna pick something up from her and know how to treat your wife or your significant other, because you're never gonna disrespect your mom. You're gonna always be respectful to your mom. I mean, some cats do, but I mean, I want to say our era. I'll say that because these newfangled kids is something different. But I'm just saying our era. We never disrespect our mom. Your mom is, your mom is the woman. That's the woman. You know what I mean? And you don't disrespect your mom. So you're gonna take something from. This is just my own opinion. I'm not saying this for anybody else, but I've learned so much from my mother on just because of the woman that she is.
And me too.
And seeing her interact with her husband and stuff like that, my stepfather, and you know what I mean? I picked up a lot on how to treat my mom. I mean, treat my significant other. And I think that that's a good thing. So with that being said,
Okay,
Carmen,
so Carmen said, "Hey, Maureen, first of all, hey, says, so Carmen said, so I go to my hometown and people love me. They want to hug me. Everybody in town wants to hug me. I'm a public figure. The man I was dealing with asked me why you got to hug everybody. I said, what do you expect me to do? Stand back and shake their hands? And he said, yes. He is a goner. He is a red flag goner.
that's why she ain't with him now. That's
Yeah,
right, cuz.
yeah, he's a red flag goner. Corey Moore said, how about if you haven't had your mom in your life until you was about 18 or older? And now you're trying to have a relationship with her. They shouldn't be jealous of her because that's between you and her. First of all, here's the thing that
Mellow Max, what's happening?
the jealousy of the family. I asked about that, but this is my opinion on that. How can you be jealous of your mate's family? That's their family. That's they supposed to. A person that has a good relationship with their family means that you and them are going to have a good family relationship.
Crunch said what? With COVID, what?
So I go to Crunch said with COVID, better stop hugging folks.
You know what?
He had to go. Carmen said he wanted to also tell me how to dress. Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen me dress inappropriately?
That's crazy.
Hi, Tania.
Cousin, he was a heel from the start.
Yeah, he had some issues. He had some personal issues of his own.
Yeah, he's a heel. Tania, what's up?
So I don't think that when it comes to family, there should be, unless you have one of those, like that movie. What was that movie with Jessica Lange, and she was a mother, but she was like, she tried to kill the girl.
You know what? I think this. If you are with, if you have a wife or your significant other, and there's a problem with, she has a problem with your family or something like that, man. I mean, there's always, you can always have somebody in your family that agrees and somebody that doesn't agree, right? But it's all according on how your family members treat your significant other or your spouse. Like, I wouldn't dare let any of my brothers and sisters or cousins or anybody in my family disrespect you. You understand what I'm saying? You can feel how you want to feel. Keep it to yourself. If you don't like her, it is what it is. But you don't ever disrespect her. Don't cross the line or none of that. Period, point blank. That's all I'm asking you. You can feel how you feel. You don't have to sit in the car with her. You ain't got to sit at the dinner table with her, none of that. But don't come out your mouth and say something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's upside your head. And that's just that. It's don't disrespect my wife. Don't do that. Don't disrespect my wife. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, please don't do it
because I mean that's just it's disrespect. I don't do it. So
he's a beast. It's just not worth it.
I just because I'm just saying it's not fair for someone to do that. That's
that
not
nice
right.
laid back man, y'all see. He just turns into this nasty beast that you don't want to deal with.
It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
Carmen said long time ago. Carmen said, right, James, not now. Fist pumps and ways. Eunice said, what if
elbow bumps?
Eunice said, what if the family members are messy? Would your spouse be considered jealous or protective of that relationship? No, that's what I was saying. I'm saying
if your family members are messy, that's on them. You know what I mean? And you want your wife to be around you. You go to an event and your family is messy. That's when you need to step up as a man or a woman and say, hey, look, y'all messy. It is what it is. But don't disrespect my wife. Don't do that because that's my wife or that's my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like I said, you don't have to sit and eat with her. You don't have to conversate with her. If she's sitting in the corner by herself, let her stay there and don't nobody say nothing wrong to her. If you're going to sit down and have a pleasant conversation, that's fine. But to be disrespectful, that's a no-no. And I will go off. I will go smooth off. I will go smooth off. on everything moving.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be, it doesn't.
And it just is what it is because it's not right. That's not right.
It's very
And
ugly.
then, for what reason do you have not to like her?
It's very ugly when he
You know what I'm
goes
saying?
off.
But aside from that, my bad, because I get caught up in
He
that
does,
sometimes.
and it's a horrible thing.
So Carmen said
Carmen said that
that
was
was
long before COVID. Tania said, "Oh man, I missed a good topic. Rewind."
right.
Carmen said, "A gentle giant, as long as you ain't talking about his wife or his mom." Jane said, "I don't want control of my lady. I just need her to respect us at all times."
Right. I mean, and if my thing is if you're getting that respect from your lady and she's respectful and stuff like that, and you go to a family member's house and she's not there to cause a problem or not creating any kind of friction or any problem, and then somebody, two or three people always have something to say that disrespectful, throwing little shady digs and stuff like that, I'm spazzing out, and y'all ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna spaz out, and you're not gonna like it. Don't disrespect her. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot and she was there and she just didn't get along with my family members and she was throwing digs and stuff like that, that would be the first and last time she would ever come with me to a family function. And I'm not going to stop going to my family functions just because you feel some kind of way. We'll get together on the back end.
Carmen said, "Don't
play
play
with
because." Carmen said, "Sweet as heck. Don't let the smooth taste fool you."
I'm trying to tell you.
Carmen said, "Nig's flip side is crazy." Yeah, it is.
I'm not, and don't say that. I'm nice. I'm a beautiful person.
It is, Carmen. I agree. Me too, Carmen.
What did she say?
She said, "I'm getting out the way." Me too. Because I have seen it. It was just an indirect thing. And he was going on. I was like, what the heck? I was like, babe, calm down. It wasn't even about, yes, it was. Anything was attached to you. I was like, okay.
I just don't think that is right. You don't be disrespectful to someone's wife. And especially if I'm not disrespecting my wife or being harsh or nasty, and I don't talk to her any old kind of way, and I don't call her out of her name and call her the B word and cuss at her and stuff like that. I can't. Mm-mm.
James said, I'll stop coming around my family if they don't respect my relationship.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I would too. I would too.
We can leave together.
Word up. That's a fact. Cause I ain't listen, man. I gotta lay down with you at night. I gotta get up with you in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I took a vow and said I do in front of God and everybody. And I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect you. I'm not gonna let nobody talk sideways and none of that. None of that. Especially if I don't do it. If I don't do it, who the hell you think you are for you to open your mouth and say something like that? If you don't want to wear dentures, you better sit your ass down somewhere. Excuse me.
Eunice said, "I definitely don't want any man that will allow his friends to disrespect me." And Carmen said, "Terry, yeah, we be Carmen. We'll just be creeping out like this with the church Hannah. Like, okay, we'll see you later."
That's terrible. Y'all make me seem like I'm some type of psycho or something. I'm not psycho. I just don't feel like,
be hiding under the table like Miss Seeley, watching the things.
That's not cool, man. Don't do that. Don't make me sound like that. I'm not like that.
Okay.
I'm a good person.
I'm just telling you, I've seen him in action when he thought somebody was talking about me. Matter of fact, I didn't even understand. I was like, I don't think they were talking about. Yes, they was. I was like, okay.
No, you know what happened? I had
no,
a birthday
we're not gonna
party.
put that out. Oh, we're not gonna put that out there. Listen, just trust me. Don't get it confused. That's all.
Well, if they was acting a fool, I had to let them know y'all cutting up, and we not. Everybody got to go.
Okay. Carmen said, "Yes, you are, cuz." So here's the other thing, because I want to address what Eunice said.
She's gonna tell me to cool off. I'm fine. I'm not. I'm good.
Eunice said, I definitely don't want any man that will allow his family friends to disrespect me. That's another thing. My first relationship one of my marriages, my husband at the time, my ex-husband thought when I presented to him how I was being treated and our kids was being treated, he was told that I should address it. But it was his family.
Mm-mm.
And so it was like, I didn't feel like that was right because it was like, that's your family. You should address it because it's your family.
Listen, in a situation like that, if your queen is your queen, right? If you are the king of this castle, it better not be a bird, a mouse, or anything that treats your queen any different than you do. If people around you don't have the same respect and the same and be caring and are polite to your wife or your queen, then they don't need to be around. They don't need to be around. And that's I'm a stickler for that. And I feel like that. Don't disrespect my mother. Don't say nothing wrong about her. My sisters, my brothers can handle themselves. But I'm just saying, like, it's a point where, you enough is enough. Like, you just don't be disrespectful to the woman like that. Like, what is wrong with you? What rock did you come out from under?
Tania said, we have both lost a lot of people, family and friends, because of those very things. I have had his family be jealous of our relationship. I've been called the rebound. I've been in a corner in the house full that didn't want to interact with me while talking about me and smiling in my face. I even had my family act stupid over us. Since orange isn't my color, we cut ties quick. Amen. Because first of all,
Wait. You cut ties with him or the family?
the family.
Okay.
Because first of all, neither one should have to be subjected to that. If y'all relationship is y'all relationship and y'all happy with each other, then family have to understand that.
Look, talk nice. That's all I'm saying. Talk nice.
He don't want me to confront his mama, so I let him handle it. That was his family, and I for sure handled mine. And that's how it should be.
Right.
Each one should have their own family.
Right. I wouldn't dare ask her to hash that out with somebody in my family that had a problem with her or something like that. Now, if they did and she stood up for herself and it was like that, then it is what it is. But I'm jumping in the middle of that and she don't have nothing else to say. I don't care what it is. You don't have nothing else to say. I'm gonna take it from here. Please just sit down and I'll deal with the rest of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how that's supposed to go.
Carmen said, talk about him. Don't say jack about his wife, and rightfully so. Eunice
That's a
said,
fact.
bird, mouse, or anything, because DJ GL will go smooth off.
I will. I will go smooth off.
Carmen said, or fan for that matter, but that should be any man and his wife, and family men be the protector.
That's
Amen.
right. I'm the man of my household.
Antonia said, amen.
And I will not allow it in here, and I will not allow it outside. I will not allow it in the car. None of that. We just not going to
But
do
that holds a responsibility also for a woman, to not, because there are also women who start stuff and are petty, and
indeed.
they already know how their man is. So if you know how your man is, you don't
You carry yourself.
you carry yourself accordingly so that you don't put your man in that predicament. Just because I know my husband is a beast. And I know my husband can be a beast, especially if you mess with me or his mother. Now, just because I know that does not mean that I am supposed to antagonize that. That means that I am supposed to be aware of it enough to respect it. You respect the beast. And I respect that. I respect how my husband is. Just we had a situation with some police officers that was bullied their way in the house, or it was just this situation. Now I know how my husband is. I could have been that big mouth because at the time I was on that force that they were the police officers was from, and I was no longer a part of them, but I knew how to handle it, and I could have been very big mouth about it and sold a lot of wolf tickets, and I would have been right. But the reason why I did not do that is because I knew my husband. My husband don't care who you are if you messing with me, if you're confronting me. He don't care whether you're the president of the United States. You will not disrespect me in no kind of way. And because I knew that, then my first thought wasn't about me being right or being boisterous about being right or selling wolf tickets. My first thoughts was, how do I de-escalate this situation so that my husband won't get out of control and this will turn very ugly very quickly. So when after everything was said and done, some people said to me, well, why didn't you do this? Because you knew this. Because I had not only my husband that I was trying to protect, but also my son came into the picture, and my son is much like my husband. He don't care who you are when you're messing with his mom.
And see, and a part of what pissed me off was because she was nice enough to let them in the house. She didn't have to let them in the house, first of all, and then they started questioning my son. And when they started questioning him, when she was getting ready to say something, he was like, I'm talking to him right now, man. And I was like, yo, who the fuck you think you talking to? I'm sorry, y'all. I had a flashback, but I'm just saying, like, when he said that, he said, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him. Yo, you don't question him in my house, and you definitely don't talk to her like that. Yo, get out my man, I went off. Yo, get out my house. I wasn't saying it that nice. I was using a lot of 4-letter words, and I was reaching the peak. I was reaching the peak, and she was like, just calm down. Let me talk to them. And I was like, look, you need to get them out of here, because the next time he says something out the way, I'm on him. I'm on him. I'm on him, because he tripping.
And basically, it was about, I wasn't afraid of what they would do to my husband. I was afraid of what my husband would do to them. Between my husband and my son, I needed to just de-escalate the situation. Now, Carmen, that is a good topic, and we're going to end because we're over our time. We're going to end with that. Our topic for next week will be women knowing when to shut their mouths. And that's a good topic because guess what? That is basically what I'm saying. Sometimes we as women got to understand that we gotta have to put our ego aside, our pride aside, and
just be quiet.
Especially when it comes to saving our man or letting our man be a king. Because we got to remember, this is our king. He is the head of the household. And it's all right sometimes to let him be king. We ain't got to show that we're queen all the time. What's known don't need to be explained. And all the time. And sometimes we as women do have a problem with trying to, I'm queen. We already know we queens. We don't all the time got to show it. Sometimes,
I mean,
in certain situations,
a king will fall back and let his queen be a queen. Go ahead, baby, do it.
Yeah, but in certain situations, we have that. Yeah, we have to learn to step back and just be that queen. Tania said, "I think that the problem, I'm way too classy to get out of character. So because they could have get me to respond or react how they were treating me, it made them mad, more upset." Yep.
Yep.
Dame, no, I'll flip table over, but the Lord has done a good work because we both will get angry real quick. We literally leave the problem before we go too far. And that's growing.
Amen.
Yeah, that's growing.
Because he brought me from a mighty long way.
DJ Bilal said that is a good one.
Yeah, that is.
It's a very good topic. We will be doing that next week. Thank you, Carmen, again. Hey guys, tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and thank you for your support. Yes.
Tune in to Eunice.
Eunice, interview with Eunice, and she will be interviewing one of the partners of AIM, one of our family members of AIM. So tune in tomorrow at 8.
It's gonna be a great interview.
And if you miss it, tune in on Wednesdays
to Hatchett coming to
Untapped
Music Radio, and you can listen to the audio of the interview. And Carmen said what?
Carmen said, "Women, let that man get in the house good and have his supper before you start bellyaching."
You ain't.
Oh, we're gonna have a fun topic with that next week.
You ain't lying. And so jealousy in a relationship, to sum everything up, I think that you need to definitely look at yourself and understand what you're doing and look at what it takes to support your significant other or your wife or your spouse or whatever you want to call it. I think it's better to support than to tear down. Um, and if it's something that you're not happy with and it was something that they were doing before you guys got together, I think you need to sit back and, think about it, and talk to yourself about it, because you can't really expect for someone to stop what they're doing just because you don't like it, especially if this is something that they were into before you got with them.
Might not be meant to be.
That's another thing. You may not be meant to be.
I mean, if y'all are not satisfying each other, then maybe y'all are not meant to be.
Maybe that's the flag for the whole relationship to not even go on. So, with that being said, we love y'all.
Thank you for the support.
Go to the beginning of the feed. The website is there. Check out what we got going on.
Tune in with Eunice tomorrow. Interview with. Again on Wednesday on the station. Tune in to DJ Bilal tomorrow
at 6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m.
DJ Bilal is going to be going off on Untapped Music Radio. He's going to be slamming it, so y'all need to definitely tap in.
Kudos to DJ Bilal. I always
Bilal, you're doing your thing.
Boost him up because he has never failed. He is on time, always early.
All right.
With his sets. Sometimes 2 at a time.
All right.
So, and he's saying that
that's my jealousy.
Yeah, that's his jealousy. Because
I appreciate him for doing that.
He is on the ball. Anybody else who wants to get on,
hit me up.
We have packages.
Let me know what's up.
Get your spot now because the radio station is doing
growing.
Its thing. Yeah,
it's growing,
and the spots are limited.
So come on in while you can.
We love you too, Carmen.
I love you, cuz. Bilal, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I thank you for coming aboard the way you did. I just want to thank you, man, for that's somebody from another country on YouTube. Well, salute to you.
Hello. What country
to you.
Is that?
I don't know where they're from, but salute to you. And thanks for joining in.
Yes, I love my overseas
family. We got an overseas crowd that's crazy on the radio.
Yeah, on the radio, they make us. They really do. We have more overseas fam on the radio than we do in the States.
And I want to say,
we appreciate y'all.
Excuse me, babe. I'm sorry. I may cut you off. Eunice, cuz I love you like cook food at grandma's house.
Yes.
She took I just put a new mix up on my Mixcloud, and the same day I put it up on Mixcloud, I happened to be strolling through Facebook and I saw my mix. Eunice took it off of Mixcloud and pasted it on Facebook.
She is a great support.
Thank you so much for that. And then too, you guys thank Eunice because she writes out the lineup
on the radio.
The radio. So she actually writes out the schedule of the DJs and the shows and stuff that we have. So salute to Eunice, man. She does an excellent job.
Amen.
Let's support everything that she's doing because she's supporting everything that we doing. And not to mention, that's my cousin. So don't make me, I don't want to have
Don't make him a beast.
Don't make me step outside my character. No, I'm only kidding. But support her, man. She's doing a wonderful job. and everything she's doing. And Carmen, I'm going to link you up with Eunice so that she can
interview you.
Do your interview. That'll be dope for next week too. If we could put that together. If Eunice, if
set up, you gotta.
Oh,
don't worry, I got you, Eunice. You have to let her know so she can put it on the schedule because she has a schedule like everybody else.
All right,
you just can't throw people.
All right, all right.
Carmen, we'll get you in though. I'll talk to Eunice and I'll hook y'all up so y'all so she can put you on the schedule. We love all of you. She said that would be awesome. Okay, so we're gonna link talk y'all. After we link y'all so that y'all can talk and you can put her on the schedule. We love you guys.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking an hour out of your day. You could be doing anything in the world, but y'all be here with us, man. And we are not, this is a family affair. It's the Hatchett Chronicles family. We don't have fans. We have family. And we so appreciate y'all.
Sunday morning worship with Minister T. Hatchett will be back on Sunday. I am feeling better. As y'all can see, I'm still a little under weather, but show must go on. So I will be back on Sunday. Also, Sunday Soul Food probably will start on Sunday also. Tune into that. That's our new program.
That's a new program that we have, and we just having fun, food, and conversations.
Yeah, just conversation.
Soul Food, Sunday Soul Food.
We're gonna be reminiscing.
Is it Soul Food Sunday or Sunday Soul Food?
Sunday Soul Food, but the soul food is feeding your soul, your spirit. That is more about that than it is the food. It's not a cooking show.
But we have food.
But we talk about food. We talk about everything. It's just feeding your soul. That's all it is.
It's a conversation. So, and that's going to be a great. That's a great show. That's something else that my wife cooked up. Y'all may see me on there sometime. Sometimes I'll be there. Sometimes I won't be.
Anybody who wants to be a special guest on,
come on down.
Come on down. We just talk. I'll invite you in and we just talk.
So thank you guys again for hanging out with us. We love you all. Go to the website and you can see everything that's going on. The website has been updated, but there'll be more updates to come. Again, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, an interview with Eunice White, and she'll be interviewing April J. Armstrong.
No. She'll be interviewing. She's a colleague of AIM.
Okay. Queen T.
No. Eunice, what's the name of she's the author and she's the wine taster.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I apologize, you guys. I don't remember her name. I thought it was April, but I had the schedule wrong. Andrea something?
Andrea Harris. Andrea
Harris.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Andrea Harris. That's who she's interviewing tomorrow. But tune in.
She got some good wine, y'all.
Yeah, the wine is definitely good.
That's some good stuff.
Yes,
there.
It is.
Thank you, Carmen. Carmen said praying for major success for each and every one the line. Sleep well. Thank you, Carmen. Love you, cuz.
Love you, cuz.
Love all of y'all. This is Hatchett Chronicle, and
we are out.
We out.
God willing, we'll see you Monday.
Sunday
morning worship.
And Monday.
Okay.
It's Sunday.
Whatever.